can stop me now.
What is going on, y'all? It's your boy, and I am back. I apologize for the 2-week hiatus, but I assure you I had good reasoning behind it. My wife and I just still moved back here. We're still going through the unpacking process, which is a bitch and a half on its own. Let me talk to you about that. And on top of that, we've been seeing friends that we've known for such a long time, and we've been hanging out with them, having fun. But unfortunately, on my end, I was losing track of time. So that's on me. But I am back. I am ready. I am here to do this. Let's get it on. It is time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Now, the only reason I'm talking at the volume that I'm talking at is because I don't want to get too loud and get a noise complaint from my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? But as always, be sure to click the link in the description of this video and be sure to check out TrueVictory.com, a veteran-owned, veteran-operated clothing business where they have such a great selection of t-shirts, decals, stickers, gym accessories, shorts, pants, hoodies. The list goes on. I've seen it, and you're not going to be disappointed. And once you find what you need, make sure you use code NOMERCYSPORTS15 for 15% off your entire purchase. Don't worry, the code is in the description of this video as well. But hey, if that's not your cup of tea, then hey, maybe watching TV is, because WWE and ESPN recently signed a deal as, hey, guess what? We're going to be showing pay-per-views on ESPN and everything like that. Now, who wants to pay over $1,000 a month, mind you, just to be a WWE fan? You know, Netflix, ESPN, YouTube TV, if you actually want to sign up for that shit, because I'll tell you what, that shit ain't for me. No, because the shit that I got going on, man, it is good, it is awesome, and it is Wi-Fi based, or if you have a phone, tablet, whatever, you can watch it on there. All you got to do is click the tab that says DSTV hosting, use the email, the referral email in the description of this video, and you will not be disappointed. You get all the local channels in the country. You get all the sports channels in the country. You get all the sports packages. And on top of that, guess what? You get free pay-per-views. You can't go wrong. You can either pay $20 a month for this TV service or $60 every 3 months. Either way, it's a winner chicken dinner. But hey, enough blabbering on. Let's get into tonight's show. We got a lot of things to talk about. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's do it, baby. Let me talk to you, baby. It is Friday night. It's a beautiful night out here in Illinois. It's only going to get colder from here, and I, for one, cannot wait. Why? Because I wasted 5 years of my life in a desolate wasteland known as El Paso, Texas. You do not want to go there. Trust me. It is like Las Vegas, Nevada. It's only good for visiting. That's all I'm going to say. But for right now, like I said, we got a lot of things to talk about. It's going to be a great time. Here is one of our co-hosts.
Drink in my cup, in my hand. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Drink in my cup, in my hand. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man. From my youth, cause they know I'm the man.
Drink in my cup, in my hand. Blow on my dude, cause they know I'm the man. I'm in the VIP cause I'm very important. Unfortunately, I see some niggas I can't stand. So I step to them suckers and confronted them like I should. We can settle this now, we can settle this in the hood. So what y'all wanna do? I gotta...
Big Mac,
Yes,
what is
sir.
going on? Long time no see, my man.
I mean, it's been a week. It's been a week. I missed last week's show. I tried to get on. I literally got in the door right at 8:00. I was talking to Andrew. I was messaging back and forth with him. I went in the group chat. I tried to find the link, couldn't get the link, and then you were already started the show, so it was just like, all right, I rolled with it. I did do Andrew's show last week. Unfortunately, didn't catch it last night. But I'm here.
Hey, that's all that matters. And
I got one more week. One more week, and I'm off. I'm off every Sunday.
Bro, hell yeah! Just in
so
time
every
for
Sunday morning.
Start.
Yeah, that's why I like. It took me forever to change my schedule. I've been trying to change my schedule, and you know, it's a little difficult.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And look, I mean, I haven't been accountable on my end. Like I said, still going through the unpacking process right now of since moving here. And my wife and I have been meeting up with some friends we haven't seen in a while. And, you know, we've just been losing track of time. That's all I can say.
Oh, yeah.
So, but hey, it happens. And sometimes you got to get back up on that horse. And it's like riding a bike.
Oh, yeah.
But let's see what we got. Oh, shit. So if you don't know, Bubba Chandler is a prospect that the Pirates just recently called up to finally get Paul Skeens some help. But unfortunately, he's going in as a reliever. So this should be interesting. I understand, you know, wanting to give him the feel-out process, being up on the major league stage and everything. So, hey. Whatever works, as long as they can get the Bucks some wins and be contenders in the NL Central.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. And that's what I think a lot of people forget, especially, you know, when we're this late in the season and the guy's getting called up. You're not going to be that young. You're not going to get called up to start a game.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yes, if you have a couple decent outings and they see like, okay, he knows how to work off his fastball, he knows how to work off the curve, he knows how, you know, he knows how to read the catcher, he understands the mechanics of what we're trying to do, then hell yeah, he's going to wind up starting it before the end of the season. But the whole thing is coming straight in, like we've seen enough as far as how the game goes.
Oh,
even
yeah,
Paul Skeens, when Paul Skeens came in his rookie year, the first two times he threw, when did he throw? I believe the first game he came out and played in, I think he came out in the 6th inning, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
So, but this is something that most of these guys are gonna do, especially nowadays, because let's keep it real here. There's not too many phenoms that are coming out in the MLB. Okay? I'm just talking about within the next 2 years. There's no prospect that we've heard about in college that is like, this guy's going to come to the major leagues and he's going to throw 6-7 strikeouts every game. I'm talking about that type of hype. I'm not talking about this guy's not going to be good. He's not going to. He can't, like, this guy could be an all-star. This guy could be a five strikeout guy. Like yes, but that is like average in the MLB. A little better than average when you're averaging out the MLB. But when you're talking about an ace, that's almost ace-like numbers. That's what every player strives to be. But the whole thing is, especially when you're coming up from Double-A and Triple-A ball, and then getting up to the big boy league, everything happens a little faster. Everything's a little different. But
for sure. And I mean, honestly, I like the fact that they're putting Bubba in as a reliever to be like, hey, again, this is your big moment to be welcome to the major leagues and everything like that. Maybe a few games later, we'll give you a first start. We'll see what happens. Like, we just want you to deliver and get a good feel out process for this.
Exactly. You want them to get acclimated, because I don't care what anybody says. Watching some minor league guys get the bat off the shoulder, and then you go watch a major league game. It is night and day. It is night and day. Okay?
It really is. It really is.
You're talking about a second off. Okay, you minor league guys. It's that second. Whereas the major leagues, they're already swung through that ball.
Absolutely.
Whereas you're just starting your swing. And it is understanding that quickness, understanding that 1 second, that eighth of a second is what changes. And what would have been a strike, in the minors.
Man, I'll tell you. I mean, baseball season is heating up right now. We're on the verge of football season starting, and looks like okay. Yeah, like I said, we're on baseball season starting to heat up with the playoffs coming around and October baseball being here. On top of that, we're on the verge of football season starting, and I just cannot wait. But before we get into this episode, we got one more person to bring on. He is the man of many hats, whether it's old school, new school, out of the league, whatever. This man does not miss with his hat. Mr. Terry Walker. What's going on, my man?
Did I just hear you compare El Paso to Las Vegas earlier? That is a horrible comparison, okay?
Look, I know it's a horrible comparison, but goddamn it, it's fucking hot. It is hot as all hell in both places.
Las Vegas.
Well, yeah. Las Vegas has casinos as far as the eye can see. El Paso has Tex-Mex Southwest restaurants as far as the eye can see. The only common thing that they have is that they're both hot as hell. Like, how many times do you see a pool party going on in Las Vegas?
A lot.
Because it's that freaking hot.
How many times do you see a pool party in El Paso?
That's true.
And you said they're both good to visit. El Paso ain't good to visit.
Well, it's like Vegas and El Paso are. It's good to visit for like a weekend thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing El Paso has going for it is the food and the chihuahuas. That's about it. Whereas Vegas goes, if you want to lose money but still have a good time, hey, there you go.
And they got the aviators.
Fair enough.
Hold on, sorry.
That's all good. All right, gentlemen, let's get into tonight's show. So, this has been a long overdue thing, but I'm pretty sure nobody even cares regardless. The WNBA. Y'all got some splaining to do. Like I have said, time and time again, you literally had a golden goose fall into your lap, being Caitlin Clark. And instead of hopping on the hype train and getting the easiest paycheck of y'all's lives, instead of having to borrow money from the NBA time and time again, y'all decided to squander it and demand more money. Now players are threatening to sit out and on purpose, but if they don't get any more money. And like, bro, is this a good look for the WNBA, or is it possibly the beginning of the end?
I mean, this is good for the WNBA. All right, so hear me out, okay? Them demanding more money, them sitting out, okay? Where can you watch a WNBA game? Do you understand how hard it is to watch a WNBA game? Not to physically watch the game, because most of them are pretty entertaining. But I'm talking about just watching them. All right. How do you get syndication? How do you become more visible? Well, the NBA has to invest more money. Right now, the NBA is paying salaries and helping very little with syndication, helping very little with promoting. Like, you understand the promotion budget, the syndication budget, all that budget has been the same for like a decade. Like, So here's the whole thing. Everything else grows. Everything else costs more. Everything else is moving with.
Man, shut your ass up, Arthur.
Damn.
Hey,
Damn.
I may be stupid, but I ain't dumb like Brittany
Oh.
Griner.
Here's a surprise for Arthur. Here's a surprise.
Ooh,
But-
I'm
but
sorry.
yes.
That is a classic hat when it comes to baseball hats.
Yeah.
This is a hat that you should have in your collection right there.
Yeah. No.
But
I
hey, like you were
wholeheartedly.
saying,
You right now, what like other than baseball, there's no other major sport that's going on right now. The cream of the crop is the WNBA could be everywhere. And the fact that they're not. So I get it. You ask for more money, you ask for more money, you ask for more money. Well, now you can't just ask for more money. You got to have a plan. Now, a few of the people, the heads have talked about this, and it is you get some of those syndication rights and you go to a CBS, you go to a Fox, you go to an NBC. Hey, let's sign a contract. Let's get a few games on your network. Let's get a few games on your network. So it's the same thing that the NBA did with TNT. They in the 90s, what did they do? They went to TNT and they said, hey, listen, if we throw you a couple games every single week, you put it on, you cut us a check for this. Boom. So now again, you're turning around. Now let's put more money into the WNBA. Let's get some real syndication for them. Let them not fucking going on. You have to go on a Roku app, a secondary, thirdary fucking thing just to watch one game. But the other 3 games that are on, you can't watch because for some reason it's blacked out. You can't find them nowhere. And then when you do pay that $49.99 for the app that says it'll let you watch it, it's still blacked out on that app.
I mean, look, I agree to that, but at the same time, like I said, they literally had a golden goose fall into their lap that is essentially making them more money so they don't have to owe the NBA anything, and instead the players are squandering it, the front office is squandering it, and when you look at the numbers since Caitlin Clark has come in, she has tripled, if not quadrupled, WNBA numbers, and it's like, so y'all rather owe the NBA more money versus like, instead of like trying to sign deals and everything like that, so other players can get paid. Like, Caitlin Clark is the mastermind behind all this, and the other players are basically beating the hell out of her, like the '90s Pistons did to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous how things have gone with that, and just deport James.
But I mean, look, you turn on ESPN, and every time they're talking about, I'm not trying to get political here, but when you turn on ESPN, they start talking about the WNBA and everything like that. They're like, oh, well, the WNBA has been thriving ever since Caitlin Clark came into the league. Really?
Okay, but hold on. But why is that? Why is that? Because white people have someone to cheer for in the WNBA.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark is another person they can cheer for, but she's getting the hell beat out of her.
You've got millions and millions of white people in the Midwest that now have someone to cheer for in the WNBA. This
probably
is their
since the time of Peyton Manning.
But understand it. Like that's why more viewership is coming. That's why more interest is in it, because you have all of these people that never had interest in it, but everybody knows Caitlin Clark. So now we're all going to watch the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. Now, again, there's also people from Baltimore. There's young girls from Baltimore and guys from Baltimore, like myself. I watched Angel Reese. Angel Reese is from Baltimore. Is some of her play trash? Yes, but she's a decent fucking player. She is a decent fucking player.
Is trash.
But the whole simple fact is, there is groups everywhere in every major city where these players come from, and we watch them because of the players that come from where we come from. Now, again, you have Caitlin Clark, who is hands down, one of the best talents we've seen come into the WNBA in probably a decade. Okay, but that is the big but on it. Is you have all of this fan base for her that was already there, coming from Iowa. Now is drawn over to the WNBA. Yes, that makes it a big thing. But what again, the whole front office part of this is, the fever. The fever is the only ones that can control Caitlin Clark and what Caitlin Clark does and how the NBA thinks and all that. That is one team. But the WNBA as a whole, that's where they're looking at. That's why I said the syndication, all that shit. It like, hey, I don't hate Iowa. I actually used to live in Iowa.
I was gonna say, I don't think my man here hates Iowa.
Not at all, not at all. But yeah, no, I mean that is for me is you have to open it up. You've got to be, it's got to be broader paint strokes. You can't sit there with like think you're gonna paint a house with a fucking eyeliner brush.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to squeeze all that money out that the WNBA players want, but you're only giving them a fucking eyelash brush to paint a house with. No, motherfucker, let's get some sprayers, let's get some rollers, let's let's do some shit. You have to make spend some money to make some money, especially when it comes to this. Without syndication, it doesn't matter how awesome your sport is, it doesn't matter how good your players are. If no one can see them, how you gonna make money?
I completely agree. I mean, right now, we got girls like Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu
He wants potatoes and whiskey.
Yeah, she went into a 3-point contest with Steph Curry 2 years ago in the men's NBA All-Star game. We got Paige Buchers, who was the first overall pick in last year's WNBA draft. I mean, look. Girls are coming out of the woodworks, but at the same time, it was like, I think the WNBA was so wound up with like how the NBA was doing things. They had one good player on basically every single team in the league that it was just like, I'm not saying, players should come together and do what LeBron did. Fuck that. That'll ruin the league. But at the same time, it's like, it's like the quote goes in The Mummy: "Patience is a virtue."
It is. But like I said, for me, I understand both sides of it. It's like, hey, if you want more, you got to do more. And then I also understand that, everything that they have been doing, nothing has changed in decades.
So what y'all think about this comment?
That's I mean,
that really gets
I you know what? I would say she is more like Shaq than MJ for damn sure.
I could you know what? I could see that.
Points and boards. That I mean, and I mean, you also have to understand that what is she like? Fucking 6'8"? You know what I'm saying? She's big enough to back me down. Okay?
I was gonna say
so it's like it's one of those things where it's like she has the size and the talent. Like, yes, amazing. Yeah. But MJ, does she have 3 or 4 rings yet?
I think she's closing in, but I'd have to do some research. I will say this for a little dark humor: you'd have to go up to go down on her, if you catch my drift.
Well, not me. I mean, she's only 2 inches taller than me. we almost there. I wear my work boots. We be all right. Same.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah.
You know that's my flavor coffee anyway.
You like the mocha flavor?
Yeah. Are we not friends on social media? Do you not see all my kids?
That's fair. That's true. Anyways, but hey, let's move on from the WNBA and let's move on to the MLB. Now, the time has come where the second half of baseball has started, where winning games starts to matter. where if you go into a slump, it hurts your chances of making the playoffs. But if you start winning key games and get into a run, you could possibly go on a Cinderella run in the playoffs. Now, looking at the standings right now, there are quite a few contenders that could quite possibly dethrone the current defending World Series champions, LA Dodgers. But what are some teams that look like pretenders if the playoffs were to start, say, sometime next week?
Oh, you said make the playoffs. My bad.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, hell no.
They can't even pretend that.
Rockies go on an undefeated streak that crushes any MLB record.
They're like 50 games behind.
You never know what's gonna happen.
So all I'm saying is, right, the fucking Blue Jays, bro. The Blue Jays to be first, okay, and the Orioles to be last. I 100% did not see that coming.
Bro, I didn't even have that on my 2025 MLB bingo card. I didn't even have the Red Sox and Yankees battling for second in the AL East on my 2025 bingo card.
So the only thing that I did come out, and well, I think I said it. I'm not sure at the beginning of the season, but I know I bet on it. Okay, I bet on the Tigers to make the playoffs. It was a plus 2,800. I made the bet. I'm just waiting. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I got one more month and it's gonna hit because I know that the Tigers, their bullpen has played phenomenally, especially here of late. I mean, they're definitely on path to win 90 plus games.
Oh yeah,
They're at 76 right now.
Yeah, they're like top 3, maybe top 5 in the league for best record and everything like that. I mean, they just look so complete right now with their pitching, with their lineup. Javier Baez has gone back to his 2016 Cubs days when he was just literally El Mago, just putting on a show for everybody that was tuning in.
Okay, but I really like the Marlins. I've bet on them a couple times this year. They're a very sneaky good team. They have beaten a lot of good teams. Granted, they're 14 games back. But I feel like they're still a very good team. They're a sneaky team that could go on a run and they could wind up making it to the playoffs.
Facts. Like, they are sitting there right now just waiting for the Mets or Phillies to go into a slump and capitalize. But like you said, they have been beating some very key teams since the All-Star break. And I'm just like, holy shit. Are you kidding me?
Now, on the other side, we're going to go back to the American League here. The Mariners. Fucking man, they have played some good goddamn baseball this year. Sitting at 68 and 60, they're just over 500.
Cal Raleigh, possible MVP season.
They're 2 games back on the Astros. Like, this is their division to take. Yeah, and that is the team that again I want to see it. And I will say this. Fucking come on, Yankees, man, because it's like the Yankees and the Red Sox are neck and fucking neck, and I just don't want to see the Blue Jays win.
They really are. I mean, we got a pitcher's duel going on right now. I got the game on right now, for crying out loud. But you talked about the Mariners. So let's talk about both the AL West and the NL West. Fasten your seatbelts and hold on to your hat, folks, because we got the AL and NL West heating up, and it's something you're not going to want to miss. The Padres are in contention with the Dodgers for first place in the NL West. Meanwhile, like you said, the Mariners are in contention with the Astros for the AL West, sitting 2.5 games out. I believe the last time I heard, the Padres were like 2 games out. They're starting to slip, but there's still hope for the Padres. But at the end of the day, which team in both the AL and NL West will finish first in that division?
I think the Mariners are going to fizzle out towards the end, so leaving it opening for the Astros to take the division. The NL West, I think was it the Padres won a couple years ago, right? Where the Dodgers were the Dodgers a wild card, or has it been the Dodgers the past 10 plus years?
No, I think you're thinking about 2022. The Dodgers won, but the Padres beat them, and I want to say the NLDS.
Okay, yeah.
That was when we got that meme of that fan trying to high five a Dodgers fan, and then he goes.
So that one, I think, same story with the Mariners. I think the Padres will. I mean, I could be wrong. They seem to be a little stronger to me than the Mariners. But I think they're going to fizzle out as well. Now, they'll get a wild card, but I don't think they're going to win the division.
Man, the wild card. People talk about, finishing first in the division and everything like that, but they fail to see just how crazy the wild card standings are when October approaches.
Mm-hmm.
It is just that crazy, especially for the standings in each division as well.
You want to know a crazy thing? I'm looking at the standings here.
What's up?
The Rockies have won 37 games. And they're 36 back out of first place.
Watch out, Dodgers.
What's that?
I said, watch out, Dodgers.
That's pretty bad when you can't win more games than the games back.
Oh, man. No, I would honestly bet on the game just to enjoy it. Like, I would seriously bet on the Rockies to finish first in the NL West, just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying?
Must like to lose money.
Yeah, that's that. You're losing that money. They could win every game.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna lose money and everything like that, but hey,
lose a lot of money.
It's for the fun of the game, you know.
No, I do not know because I bet on a regular basis, and I do not bet to lose money. That is not fun.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh man!
If you'd like to donate to charity, then yeah, by all means, bet on the Rockies.
Oh man! Well, I mean, look, baseball season or October baseball is on the horizon, but so is football as well. I cannot wait. But speaking of football, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to talk some football, and then we're going to make some schedule predictions.
Before you go on break,
what's up?
Rockies, El Paso, Dodgers, Las Vegas. Okay, you see the comparison? Now we're clearing things up from earlier with your statements.
You know what? That's fair enough. That is fair enough, and I will wholeheartedly accept that. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, stating truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free.
Nobody can stop me now.
All right, welcome back, y'all. We had a good first session talking about WNBA basketball and talking about the dark horses of MLB and who could potentially come out of the NL and NLS. Boy, if you don't get that fucking shit off your head, I will jump through the screen and whoop your ass.
The Mets? Love the Mets. Love the Mets.
Fuck the Mets.
See, I mean, like, at this point, like, even the Steelers, I fucking hate the Steelers, but I have a mutual respect for teams that I hate enough to where I'm like, I'll never wear it, but, you know, I like the symbol. I like the symbol because of the history behind the symbol. And now again, I'm a Daryl Strawberry. I'm you know what I mean? I'm that's what I think of when I'm thinking of this. I'm not thinking of Juan Soto and whoever else is playing for that team. I couldn't give a flying fuck about that team. But that logo, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the old days. You know what I mean?
Nah, look, I mean, I get it and everything like that, but me being raised a New York Yankees fan, you're essentially born and raised to hate the New York Mets, because Met fans and Yankee fans just hate each other, you know. Met fans, the only thing they have going for them is the 1986 World Series and the 2015 World Series appearance, whereas, like, yo, Yankee fans, look, I get it. All three of us weren't born when the Yankees were just dominating the league, but at the same time, it's like, Mets, y'all have had some serious time to catch up. You even made it to the World Series in 2000. Guess what? You lost.
My childhood is mixed throughout the Derek Jeter era. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like we were winning championships and all that before we were. Yeah, you were, but you won a lot of championships after I was born.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
I ain't never seen my team in a World Series, let alone win the motherfucker.
That's true.
Shit, I think about my entire life, I've only seen the Orioles win like 2 playoff games.
Very true. And
So,
like I said, arguably the greatest rivalry in baseball being the Yankees and Red Sox. And it's like, well, fuck.
I'll
those
wear that
two
one
teams.
for you next time then.
So I'm a
Bro,
huge fucking trader then, bro.
Bro, I swear to God, if I catch you wearing a Red Sox hat, I
You
will
already saw
jump.
me in the Cards hat. What makes you think? And I don't even like the Cards.
I don't mind the Cardinals. Don't tell my
So,
wife that.
hear
I
me
don't
out.
mind the Cardinals. I've
So-
never minded the Cardinals. They have had some serious lineups in their time. Ozzie Smith, Albert Pujols, Jim Hedman. No, God, who was it? I want to say J.J. Hardy,
Adam Wainwright.
Adam Wainwright, Yadier Molina. I mean, the list goes on and on for the St. Louis Cardinals, and unfortunately, the same could be said for the Boston Red Sox. But having said that, if I see you in a Boston Red Sox
I'm
hat,
fucking
I
doing
will
it.
jump through the screen, and you will be out before you hit the ground.
So I must be absolutely horrible for you. So I used to have a Babe Ruth jersey, and I would
Red
wear it.
Sox?
No, a Babe Ruth New York jersey. I'm in from Baltimore. I am a Baltimore Orioles fan. So
Yeah.
most people would think like, man, a Baltimore Orioles fan would never wear New York, but I did. I used to wear the number 3 Babe Ruth Yankees fucking jersey, like it was a cotton button-up jersey.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I used to wear that shit all the time. I
Hey,
love Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth's one of the greatest players of all time. And again, technically, he was in Baltimore, played baseball for Baltimore before he played for any fucking body.
God
So
damn.
technically, the worst thing that Baltimore ever did was sign the rights to Babe Ruth the fucking way. That was the dumbest shit.
Look, I will say this. I've never had a problem with the Orioles, nor will I ever have a problem with the Orioles. I mean, the amount of players that have come through that organization, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but never win a World Series is insane. You had Cal Ripken Jr., you had Adam
Robbie
Jones, you
Alomar.
had Crush Davis, and unfortunately that contract didn't work out because I was like, yo, this could be the guy for the Orioles.
Look, everybody outside of that front office, all the fans, as far as what I know and what I heard, nobody wanted to pay Davis. Nobody wanted to pay Davis, but they paid Davis because they were like, well, he's a big bat, and you know he's going to help us get a World Series.
Basically, he was Kyle Schwarber before Kyle Schwarber.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Kyle Schwarber at least has been semi-consistent his entire career.
That's true. That's true.
Davis had one. He had a decent uptick, and then he was like kind of went down and plateaued a little bit. And then when he got with us, he got on an uptick again.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very top of his uptick was like, ooh, that's his value. And then as he started to drop down, they signed him to a long-term contract, and then it was the skyrocket. The floor dropped out, and it was like everything. He lost everything, and it is. It's like, no offense though, you know, if I'm paying a bat, and I understand this is baseball, I understand the way shit is most of the time, but my whole thing is outside of somebody being like a big poppy, a guy who can go out there and it doesn't matter who the pitcher is, it doesn't matter what he can throw. If Big Poppy can put wood on it, it's gone. You understand? And that was the whole thing. And by saying that, I mean a guy who can hit the shit out of a fastball, but hit the shit out of a curveball and off-speed pitch too. Big Poppy can hit every fucking pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That was the beautiful thing about it. Not all power hitters can. Some power hitters are just looking for the off-speed. Some just want the heat and can only hit the heat. That's the problem with a lot of players. You're not going to get a good average.
Oh shit! Did my Wi-Fi crap out again?
I hear you.
Yeah, no, I know. God.
Thought I heard rain. Let me check, make sure there's no rain.
Yeah.
We're dry over here.
Oh yeah. Yo, Mac, you there, man?
You got them worked up.
No, I mean, look, everything he said was nail on the head, fucking accurate, and everything like that. Did I hate David Ortiz because he was on the Boston Red Sox? Absolutely. But look, I will say this. Looking back, I have grown and matured and everything like that, but I will say this. I respect the hell out of David Ortiz and his power swing because,
All right, hold on.
for
Can
what
I
he
ask
was
you something?
doing as a lefty,
Can I ask you something? Do you hate Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
no.
Why not? He's in your division too.
He's a legacy.
But he's
I have nothing but respect for Vladimir Guerrero. Look, yes, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in the division, but there are the Baltimore Orioles have a literal lineup of players that I have nothing but respect for.
So, okay, I will say this. I'm a little indifferent with baseball, okay? Baseball is probably, and hockey too a little bit. My whole thing is, like, I can root for players in sake of whoever they're for. You can be on my rival's team, and I still want to see you do good. Like, even when guys go to the Yankees, I fucking hate it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same thing, like Matt Teixeira, I remember when he went to the Yankees, I fucking hated him for that shit. I fucking hated him for that shit. Huh?
Teixeira?
Or Teixeira, maybe that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
TEX, Matt TEX. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Teixeira.
I was so fucking mad when he went to New York. But I didn't want to. It's not like no ill will towards him.
Let me talk to you about people going to in-division rivals. Saquon Barkley was our literal fucking offense. It was Saquon Barkley. That was it. Why the fuck we decided to sign Daniel Jones? That's a mystery Sherlock Holmes himself couldn't fucking solve.
Because the Giants treated him worse than what Philadelphia treated AI.
That's true. Yeah, but I will say this: that I hate that Saquon Barkley went to the Philadelphia Eagles. Hell yeah! Was I happy that he won a Super Bowl championship? Absolutely. I hate the Eagles, but man, I dare you to tell me one bad thing about Saquon Barkley.
Nothing. Look, the whole thing is like he's a stand-up guy, okay, and the Giants fucked him over. And they did. They tried to fuck him over with the first contract, and then it was completely fucked over because you treated him like he was not your offense. He was your motherfucking offense.
The dude literally said he wanted to retire as a New York Giant.
But again, when you have your front office listening to teenagers and basing people's value off of a Madden fucking rating, there's your issue. There's your issue. Like, it's fucking mind-numbing, bro. Like, for everybody, especially in nowadays, like, everybody's got videotape. There's videotape of everybody. Put on the tape. There's no reason to be sitting here having fucking conversations with no 14, 15, 16-year-old fucking kids about no goddamn Madden rating. That guy sucks on Madden. Nah, don't get him. You need this guy. This guy's going to be good. This is the guy that we're looking for.
Well, no. What
Dude,
really
pisses me off
is kids these days really want to it's the same way that kids these days really believe that LeBron is better than Jordan, which he isn't, the same way that kids want to believe that Patrick Mahomes is better than fucking Tom Brady. I hated, all caps, hated Tom Brady from the moment he started for the New England Patriots up until he won his final Super Bowl as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Now, Tom Brady retired as a New England Patriot, but guess what? This dude casually came out of retirement and beat Patrick Mahomes in the fucking Super Bowl like it was nothing.
I mean, he had he had a good team around him.
He
Okay?
did. I'm not going to deny that.
And I will not take down he's one of the greatest game managers of
Yes.
all time. Okay, like outside of miraculousness and just shitty defense, he played amazing all the way into fucking late January every single fucking year that he
Yes.
had a decent team and he was healthy. So
Oh, yeah.
that is second to none. But here's my whole thing is and the one thing that I know, if ifs are ifs are ifs are ifs, whatever bullshit. If Dan Marino played started the same year as Tom Brady, how many rings you think Dan Marino would have in that era?
Ooh.
Because understand, no offense, but in the 80s all the way up until probably the mid 90s, I mean, you could all but fucking, I mean, you clothesline a motherfucker in an NFL game and get away with it.
Yeah, you really could.
So there was a lot of shit that you know what I mean, like a quarterback could be a hell of a quarterback and there was still just, you know what I mean, like eventually there would be no options if he was limited to one or two options. And again, Dan Marino was a hell of a quarterback, but if he played in an era where he knew he couldn't get fucking knocked down and drug out and his receivers couldn't get hit past the 5-yard line, I'm sorry, Dan Marino would have been the greatest quarterback to ever play this motherfucking game. And mind you, when I thought this out, I'm thinking of all your greats. You can think of all the greatest motherfuckers. You can go back to your dynasties. I mean, Peyton Manning essentially played damn near the same years, and he got a couple of them. Eli Manning also got a couple of them off of time. So you're not going to sit here, and I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, man, Dan Marino, even if you put him with fucking Miami, even if you put a mediocre defense on the other side and you give him maybe 2 or 3 decent players and a decent running back with a decent line, like Marino taking a couple of them motherfucking Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree to that.
I mean,
but,
again, what ifs, but I mean, just food for thought. It's just,
I mean, bro, like you said, what if, what if the Giants hadn't beaten the Patriots in the Super Bowl and not ended their perfect season? What if the Seattle Seahawks actually handed the ball off to Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl against the Patriots? What if the Falcons, the common trend is going to be the Patriots, but what if the Falcons didn't blow that 28-3 lead against the Patriots? Sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry to bring that up. I know that haunts you in your dreams. But here's my point.
Joking on yogurt right now because of that comment.
Now, look, Any Given Sunday is not only an underrated football movie, but it can also mean that just because we look at NFL teams' schedule and everything like that, and certain games look like circle wins, doesn't mean they're going to come to fruition. Should we constantly be jumping to conclusions about certain NFL games and think that some games are guaranteed wins?
If they're playing the Giants, yeah.
So as an analyst, the whole thing is, okay, when you're looking at the stats, when you're looking at the gameplay and you're looking at the game tape and you see a team, I take the Baltimore Ravens. What was it? Wasn't no, it wasn't last year. It was the year before when we lost to the Colts. Right? The Colts were +8. It started out at +800. Right? By game time, right? I think it was +4,000. Right?
Yeah.
Baltimore came out, scored 10 points. It was +8,000 for them to win. Homeboy put $100 on it. Okay, that's $8,000. Guess what? They came out and they wind up fucking paka, and we didn't score again.
Oh my god!
And they kicked our motherfucking teeth in. This was guaranteed win. This was circle win. Motherfuckers was like, shit, this easy money. We gonna go out here. We gonna kick the shit out of them and be done with it. And we wound up losing that motherfucking game.
No, and I completely agree. I mean, look, just because some games on a schedule are going to look like a certain win doesn't mean it's going to be a guaranteed win because you never know. The team you play could come out with a chip on its shoulder for some ungodly reason and beat you by like 50 points or fucking whatever. I mean, if you want to know what that's like, be a Dallas Cowboys fan last year when they played the Saints.
So, question: either one of you guys been following the Bengals lately?
Yeah, the only thing I know is that they're not paying their defense.
So the rookie D end isn't signing because the stipulations they have in the contract,
Who,
and
Trey
then Hendricks
Hendrickson?
ain't playing because the money. So their two
Well,
starting defensive ends are a no go. So
well, it makes sense because they paid Jamar Chase, they paid Joe Burrow, and then they paid T. Higgins. But like, yo, you have Trey Hendrickson, who I believe led the league in sacks last year. It's like, how the fuck are you not paying him?
did he? I don't think he did.
I thought he had like 20, over 20 or something.
Yeah,
I'll take him in Tampa.
hell yeah, bro. Imagine if imagine if the Buccaneers got Micah Parsons.
I'll take Henderson first.
What, bro? With Vita
on the line.
Vea on the line?
Well, he's in the middle, so put Henderson
Oh
next
no,
to.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
so was Aaron Donald, but he also
Hendricks
had a six pack.
He had
Vita
17
Vea
and a
is
half.
just as bad.
17 and a half.
Nothing
So
against
he
Mike.
got
I just
20.
like Trey.
But
I'm sorry. I'm taking Micah Parsons over Trey Hendrickson.
Oh no, you can have him on the Giants, and they'll go 4-13.
yeah,
Excuse me, sir. We're gonna go 5-12, especially with our quarterback room.
All right, Vandy James.
Well, I mean, bro, I'm not getting my hopes up, but
all I'm saying is
the
all I'm
Giants
saying
look
is
good
cut
this
him.
year, especially like the Giants quarterback room. If you would have told me 12 years ago this is what our quarterback room was going to be, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, and Tommy DeVito, I would have said you're crazy. Ain't no way we can do that much aura farming.
Look at the Browns.
The Browns are still trying to find themselves.
No.
And have been since their re-existence.
Listen to me, okay? This is
I'll
very
take
simple.
Jackson Dart over Shador Sanders.
No, sir. Okay.
Oh.
Look, all I'm saying is go watch Lamar Jackson's rookie year. Guess what? The NFL trying to humble Shador, but here's the problem. He's eventually he's gonna beat everybody out. You like I understand you're like, oh, a lot of people are saying, oh, he beat out bums and scrubs. Nobody's a scrub on the NFL field, preseason or not. These motherfuckers are gonna run over any wannabe fan. Even if you think you're athletic, motherfuckers be jacked up bodybuilding looking motherfuckers out in the stands. Get on that field and run 40 yards back and forth a few times. Your ass can be laying on that motherfucking grass. And then you want to.
But I'm sorry. People. I hope if Shador Sanders gets the chance to be a starting quarterback, I hope that his welcome to the NFL hit is just as bad that Reggie Bush took. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of he's going to succeed. He's going to fuck defenses up in the NFL because he's a two-way player. So that is always going to put defenses on their heels.
He's a two-way, bro. You're talking about Travis Hunter.
No,
two-way player.
I'm talking about Shador Sanders can move with the ball. He can throw the ball.
Dual threat.
Yes, that's what I meant. But
not like we haven't seen a million of those over our lifetime.
But hold on. Here's the whole thing: is Joe Flacco was a mobile quarterback coming out of fucking Delaware. Yeah, that's what a lot of people forget. He had like 500 rushing yards his rookie year.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, rookie season is one thing, but I mean, eventually he became a pocket passer with the receivers that he got.
Exactly. It is about coaching. You draft the guys because of their potential and what you can teach them to do and how you can get them to play in your system. The whole thing is Joe Flacco understands Stefanski's system very, very well. He got him to the playoffs and won.
That's true.
Like he won games for them. He won that simple point. Like that's it. He won. So now you're putting Joe Flacco back in a position that he could possibly succeed. Now you're also having all this time to groom and to work with Shedeur and teach him the plays and teach him the audibles and teach him the calls, teach him what he's looking for every day in practice. Every day in practice, he's going up against guys like that. That's what I'm saying is like there's no need to feed Shedeur to the Sharks if Joe Flacco is playing good enough. Because Joe Flacco understands the check. He understands the audibles. He's going to make good ball decisions. Okay, and Joe Flacco has got that spiral, that beautiful fucking spiral. And until he doesn't have that spiral, until he can't chuck that ball, then you know what I mean. Then I can understand moving away from him. But he checks all of these boxes. Is he great? Is he phenomenal? Is Madden going to give him an 80 overall rating? No. Because he's a real world quarterback. He's a system quarterback for what he's doing right now. He's 40 years old. Okay, like he's over 40 now. So like understanding this, like okay, boom, let's move past that shit. Let's talk real football. Okay, so now in the wings is now Shedeur getting all of this game footage, watching this shit from the sideline, hearing the calls, hearing the coaches make the call, hear the tweaks, hear the decision making from Flacco. Flacco says, well, I see this. I'm changing the audible to this. So when they run it back, he can go through and tell Shedeur, this is why I checked this. Look, you see what this defender's doing? You see how he slid in? As soon as I seen him take that little nudge, I know he's sliding in. So I know we're going to be back shoulder fade right over here. And so that's why I tried to hit that tight end right on that back shoulder fade. Now, you can throw the ball a lot quicker than I can. So you can see how I just overthrew him a little bit. You'll be right there on the money. So you know when you hit that third step, boom, fire that thing off. And it's little things like this that he's going to be learning every day because Joe Flacco is not a me guy. Joe Flacco is a we guy. And Joe Flacco is going to coach him up just like everybody else. So they're going to be running through it. Make everybody better. And knowing this, that's why I said, like, yeah, Shedeur might not start till week 8 or unless Joe Flacco gets injured or whatever. But, I mean, my whole thing is, like, if Joe Flacco's playing damn good, then Joe Flacco might finish the season. Shedeur Sanders might sit on the bench the rest of the year, and then he might start next year. But hear me out. This is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Shedeur Sanders, we're getting to watch him pop off in the preseason, and I love what I've seen so far. So, yeah, you give him some experience, some time to sit on the bench, and then, I mean, look, every quarterback that had time to come off the bench and learn, most of them has been pretty decently successful. Look at Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
He had a wonderful year with the Vikings.
He did. But he was also set up for failure the second that the Jets drafted him.
Yeah, but what happened when he actually had time to sit behind people and learn?
Very true. Yep.
You give him a couple years of sitting behind, and then, you know, the little stint with the Panthers, and then he wound up sitting behind on that one. And again, it's different heads. Coaching means a lot because you see something this way, and then your coach says, no. I understand you're looking at that. No, don't look at that. I fuck that. You're looking at this. And you're like, no, but coach, that don't. I'm the coach. You look at this part of the play. This is what you're looking for over here. I don't want you looking over there. But coach, he's open every time. Once he gets past the linebacker, he's got 15 yards. He's wide open. And no matter where I thought, there's always 3 defenders over here. So I have to throw it in this tight-ass little pocket and hope none of these guys catch on. So it's a little nuance, but that guy doesn't care because this is the hot route for this wide receiver. So you're throwing it to that wide receiver. And so understanding having different coaches matters, bro. So hearing all this, seeing all this, that's why him going to Seattle could be a great thing for him. Mike McDonald, he was our defensive coach in Baltimore for a few years. I mean, he's a solid coach. I think he's going to do well because he's very system oriented. So he's never going to ask him to do something out of his realm, which, was the same thing that the Vikings didn't have him do. But at the same time, the Vikings had Addison and Jefferson. I don't know what's going to happen with Seattle, but good luck to them.
Very true, very true. But I will say this. One of the main topics that we were talking about was the AFC. Now, we all know in the AFC that teams coming out of the North, South, East, and West, we already know who's coming out of each of those divisions. However, this is always the beauty of sports. There is always a dark horse lurking in the shadows. Now, as the season approaches, which AFC teams have the best chance to sneak into the playoffs?
Broncos. And then,
You know what?
again,
I could very well see the Broncos.
Here you go. If Andrew's watching, he's going to call me crazy.
He probably will.
No. My sneaky pick for this year is the Jets. My sneaky pick is the Jets this year.
You high.
My sneaky pick is the Jets.
The Jets?
Yep. I think the Jets win 9 games and they somehow sneak into the playoffs because it's not how many wins.
Well, bro, you about to call me even crazier because the one AFC East team that I could see sneaking into the playoffs is the Patriots. They have a solid team. Will Campbell is about to make Drake May look like fucking Tom Brady. Their defense is solid. Granted, it didn't look that solid against the Giants in the preseason game, but preseason is preseason. All right?
You want me to complete this trend here? Complete this circle?
I'll tell you what. You can complete this circle because we got one more guest to join us.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free.
Mr. Anderson, welcome to the stage. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm sick as a dog, but I recovered enough once I got called out to where I just went ahead and popped in because I've been watching the show.
What is it, common cold?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it might as well be. So we were literally just talking about we already know who's gonna come out of the AFC North, South, East, and West. But who are some AFC teams that you could see sneaking into the playoffs?
Not the Jets. I just want to
thank you.
That's a little crazy talk there. But I mean, like, who's throwing the ball for them? Adrian Martinez, Justin Fields. Like, quarterbacks matter, and the Jets don't got one. That's my problem. Jets.
I mean, I will say this. I wish nothing but success for Justin Fields and everything like that. But at the same time, like, yeah.
Okay.
So my crazy talk prediction was someone would sneak in. I said the Raiders.
I don't see that either. But
now I could see that.
I mean, for me, it's gonna, and it's not. it's not really, I guess, a over the top thing, but the Cincinnati Bengals.
You know what? I could see that as well. I mean, yeah, they're going to be arguably the worst team in the NFL, but offensively, when you sign Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins, hey, who knows?
Yeah, he said Justin Fields before he left. I don't think Justin Fields has enough to lead a team to the playoffs. Not with the talent the Jets have. Like maybe if he was on the Ravens or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, the only thing that Justin Fields really has going for him offensively is his Ohio State teammate, Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
But yeah, I really don't see the Jets really doing anything anytime soon. But I will say this. Like I said, I really think that the Patriots are definitely going to be a sleeper team as far as AFC teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to be asleep halfway through the season. No, but my crazy talk is going to be Jacksonville. Looks like Trevor Lawrence is finally healthy. The defense is very good. I think that's the team we're going to see sneak in the playoffs that we're all not looking for.
You know what? That's fair. That is fair. But hey, we got
people watching. Yeah.
Hell yeah, we got 56 people watching right now.
Hell yeah.
Big shout out to y'all right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and stay in the AFC. Why? Because 2 weeks ago, everybody, whether it was ESPN, FS1, whatever sports channel you were turning on, everyone was giving Shedeur Sanders a bigger happy ending than Deshaun Watson in one preseason game against the Carolina Panthers, where he went 14 for 23 for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's poured water down my shirt.
He poured milk down your shirt?
Water.
Oh no.
At least it wasn't yogurt.
Oh my God. Thank God it wasn't yogurt.
You throw his shirt across the room. Oh my God!
If he would have thrown yogurt down my back, this is what y'all would have saw.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry. He more than likely would have gotten the belt.
Well, he ain't gonna get the belt, but he's gonna learn not to do that again.
Oh, let me ask you.
His punishment, unfortunately, he's gonna have to root for Alabama.
Like his mama.
Well, I was going to say, I know he's a South Carolina fan like his daddy.
That's right.
But, yeah, so Shedeur Sanders had one good preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. Now, we know that Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback going into this season.
Yep.
But after what Shedeur Sanders has done this preseason, would it be any surprise if we saw him in the regular season?
No. I think we're gonna see him at some point. He's obviously not starting. Joe Flacco's the right call. He brings the most knowledge when it comes to what they're doing right now. But I would say by week 5 or 6, we're going to see Shedeur at least play some, a quarter or two of football. By the end of the year, I know there's a lot of haters of Shedeur Sanders. I get it. But by the end of the year, he will be the starter.
I mean, I'm definitely one of them. It's mostly because of nepotism and everything like that. But I agree. I mean, he really showed that, like, he can stand in the pocket. Being at Colorado wasn't a fluke. And he was just throwing laser beams in the preseason game against the Panthers. And it was like, okay, you actually have an argument for yourself. I'm not going to glaze the shit out of you, but you have an argument going.
Let me ask you, if you were the Browns GM and Andrew talked about saying week 5 or 6 or game 5 or 6, how he might make an appearance. If they're not doing well, let me ask you, would you rather wait a little longer to maybe get a top pick and like maybe last 4 or 5 games of the season, bring him in and then get a top pick for next year to complement, like say, get a top receiver to go with him to help, I guess, win more faster.
I don't think it's going to matter. The Browns are not going to be very good again, and Shedeur Sanders is not better than Joe Flacco right now. He is going to be obviously in a year or two. So even if he comes in, they're still going to lose ball games. It just may look good doing it. So I think they do, because at this point, all right, so you're giving your future, because that's what Shedeur Sanders is, the future. You're giving him 10 games to learn the game, see how fast it is, with no expectations, with nothing but learning for him, right? So then you get that, then you get your pick, and then you build around him next year. You absolutely let him play 10 games. Shedeur Sanders is 100% the future of the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was even going to say, like, look, if Joe Flacco can lead the Browns to a decent record, through the 6 games that the Browns got to go through, I'll stick with Joe Flacco. But if he starts to gas out, then yeah, absolutely, I'm for sure going with Shedeur Sanders.
See, I make the switch to Shedeur. Like, all right, so if we're in week 6 and close that door. If we're in week 6 and the Browns are 2-4 and it doesn't look like things are going to get any better anyway, I'm giving Shedeur 10 games with no expectations to watch the game slow down, learn what he can learn, and all that. I don't know why you would play Joe Flacco all year. And I mean, like, if you're 6-0 at that point, then sure, Flacco continues to play. I guess it just depends on where they're at.
Yeah, no, look, I completely agree. I really do. But we're going to continue the football trend. Why? Because here's an interesting story. As the football season approaches, during the offseason, now former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick is now the new head coach of the UNC Tar Heels. Now, fast forward to January of this year, Mike Vrabel the Patriots would move on from Gerard Mayo and hire Mike Vrabel as their head coach going into the season. Now, yeah, they took a vicious beatdown from the Giants, I want to say last night. But in their first year, who has the better season, Bill Belichick or Mike Vrabel?
So I'll be real honest with you on this one. Have you seen North Carolina's schedule?
I was good. I mean, that's North Carolina and Patriots schedule predictions are the last bit.
Okay, so then I'll keep this to myself for right now. Who's going to have the better season? Bill Belichick. So I'll just keep it at that because we're going to do predictions, and you'll see why I say that when we get there.
All right. Terry, what say you?
Yeah, I'm going to go because looking at the schedules, I mean, I don't think I have to look at the Tar Heels one compared to what the Patriots are probably going to be going through. To say Bill Belichick's probably have a successful first year.
You know what? That's fine. We're going to take our final commercial break, and we will be right back with some schedule predictions.
When we come back, I want to ask, stick with the AFC. You pick one team that made the playoff last year that will not make it this year.
Ooh, that's a good. You know what? We'll do that after schedule predictions.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm down for that. Let's do it. We will be right back after these quick commercial breaks.
the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Nobody can stop me now.
All right. Welcome back. Last topic we discussed was who is going to have the better year one. Bill Belichick going down to the college level for the North Carolina Tar Heels, or Mike Vrabel going to the New England Patriots and becoming their head coach. Oh, this is sure to be a good one.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
All right, so first off, we're going to start off with the North Carolina Tar Heels. First game on their schedule is against TCU.
Okay. Are we gonna go game by game?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's a win for UNC. TCU is god awful.
Win.
All right. I'll see a win as well. I'll go off of your predictions that TCU has been god awful, but granted, they've been god awful since their championship match against Georgia. That's neither here nor there. Second game up, they go into Charlotte.
They go to Charlotte for sure, but that's a home game for North Carolina. Their fan base is 100,000 million people more than what Charlotte has. So that's another win. That's a home game in North Carolina's largest city for North Carolina.
That goes without saying.
All right, so we all got North Carolina at 2-0 right now. Next game up, they welcome Richmond, which, let's be honest, they're mostly good at basketball and lacrosse. So we can all agree that this is a win for North Carolina.
Funny you should say that about basketball. I have been to a Richmond basketball game at Richmond's auditorium. I was there for them versus DePaul, 2012. Funny. Anyway, 2012. I actually went. I was at a training. I was training with the company that I'm with up there, and so everybody drove home on the weekend. But it was like a 10-hour drive for me, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm staying this weekend." And then I looked online. There was a ticket there for like $5 to go watch it, and it was like late in the season, so I went. It was fun. But yeah, North Carolina wins this game for sure.
Well, hey, glad to hear that you had a good time, and like I said. I think we can all predict that North Carolina goes 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
So next game up, they go into South Florida or Central Florida. I'm sorry, to take on, I want to say, the Golden Knights.
Yes. So cool story. Scott Frost, the coach that went 13-0 with them a few years back when they claimed the fake natty, is back. He is now the head coach of them again. However,
Didn't he coach at Nebraska at one point?
Yeah, they fired him.
Yeah.
So, he's back.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But North Carolina has more talent than Central Florida does. Central Florida fell off hard. That's why they hired Scott Frost to come back and rebuild the brand. North Carolina got all those pretty good transfers in. There's just too much talent for North Carolina to lose this game. So North Carolina goes on the road, gets the win.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a moth going out of the screen right now, and I'm like, the fuck, man? Get the hell out of here!
Outside, and it's I'm dying.
It may be the light, it may be the light reflecting off the sunglasses. Who knows?
Yeah, Cyclops.
Yes.
Y'all are some fucking assholes, but that's what I'll do. So after Central Florida, they take a bye week, and then they welcome Clemson.
Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events for North Carolina, who was having such a fantastic season, starting 4-0. They take a hard L here and come back to reality, 4-1.
Oh, yeah, especially with Kay Klubnik being their quarterback and Dabo Sweeney being the head coach and everything like that. It's like, yeah. Sorry, boys. Like Eminem said, snap back to reality.
Yep.
So after Clemson, they take another bye week, and then they go into California to take on the Golden Bears.
So, interesting news. The Golden Bears are so bad. The Board of Trustees had a meeting this week to see if they wanted to scrub football. They've been playing football for 100 years, and they're saying that they're thinking about scrubbing it. North Carolina is going to win this game.
You know what? I'll agree to that. I mean, look, I know that College Game Day did a thing in California, and Marshawn Lynch was the special guest and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, when your football program sucks, what more can you do to pump enough money into bringing in some goddamn recruits to make us look good?
Unless prime Marshawn Lynch is going to play in this game, go ahead and give me North Carolina.
I don't think it'd help. I mean, if they had prime Rodgers, prime Lynch, and prime Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, shit. Rodgers did go to that school. Oh, my God.
Jared Goff as his backup quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, Jared Goff might be his backup quarterback. There is no doubt about that.
Here's the funny thing, though, with Cal. They're the ones that gave Florida State their first win last year.
Oh, God.
I finally had
good,
to restart
man?
the router, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's good? We're doing North Carolina's football schedule right now. We have them at
5-1.
Or 5-1. Yeah, I'm sorry. We have them beating TCU, Charlotte, Richmond, Central Florida, losing to Clemson, but beating California.
Okay.
Do you see anything different, or is that accurate?
I mean, that sounds pretty accurate.
All right, fair enough. All right, so next game up, they go back to Chapel Hill and they welcome Virginia.
So I really wanted Virginia to be good under their current head coach. He was a fantastic assistant at Clemson. But it's not come to fruition, and they did not do what North Carolina did in the offseason with their recruiting and their transfer portal. North Carolina gets another win.
I'll agree to that as well. I mean, Virginia, look, there's only two fields of sports that you're actually good at, basketball and lacrosse. Just stick to those two things. You cannot be a good football program. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I'm telling you, watch Virginia lacrosse. You're not going to be disappointed.
I'd be disappointed I'm watching lacrosse, but continue on.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk because lacrosse is like hockey on grass.
Just doesn't interest me that much.
That's fair.
There's
Andrew
not as
says-
much fighting either.
Andrew says lacrosse equals yogurt.
I'll take lacrosse over yogurt. I will eat the lacrosse stick over yogurt. Yes.
All right. Now, here seems to be what looks like, on paper, a good game. We got North Carolina going into Syracuse to take on the Orangemen.
And this right here will be a really good game and a test of what North Carolina can do. However, Syracuse losing McCord and both of their top receivers and their defense wasn't that good. They don't have enough to beat what Bill Belichick brought in through the transfer portal this year. This is another win for North Carolina.
I got an upset. That's going to be my upset. Just by a little scrappy game, but I'm going to say Syracuse by last second field goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to actually say the same thing. I could really see Syracuse getting the upset. Why? Because they're motivated, because Bill Belichick is their head coach, and UNC is more than likely going into this game as the favorites.
I'm just like, I need a whole new cast.
I mean,
You know what? Hey, look, man, y'all are welcome to your opinion. I mean, this is James's show. I mean, I just don't. I saw what Bill Belichick brought in, and talent matters a lot. And North Carolina's way north of Syracuse on talent. That's why I'm picking them.
We shall see what happens. This is the beauty of football, much like the beauty of baseball. We shall see what happens. But next game up, we got North Carolina going back to Chapel Hill and welcoming Stanford.
Stanford is super ass. They're about to lose to Hawaii tomorrow. So give me North Carolina again.
I took the upset. I took the upset.
You took the upset of
You took
Stanford
Stanford
over
Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's not pretty crazy talk.
No, what you were doing with this, and it's a close spread, 2.5. That is true. Hawaii's 2.5 point favorite. But what you've done here is you put historical categories. This is your nostalgia fucking with you. Hey, Stanford, man, they had Christian McCaffrey and Andrew Luck.
Hold on. I will say this. It's a 3-leg spicy bet, and that's the spicy part.
I got you. Hey, it's a 2.5 point spread. It's going to be a close game. I do not disagree with that.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I think they can pull it off. I looked at some of Hawaii's players, and you know, there's not too much to rave about. So I think. I mean, Stanford is ass. Stanford is ass, but Stanford is just enough ass that they're like right there with them.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna watch that game. I promise you. Like I am watching.
The whole
that
thing
game
is
all night.
there's always some good blue collar players at Stanford.
What is that game tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, yes, sir.
Let's fucking get it. I'm gonna watch that game as well.
Well, yeah,
Just
let's
like
watch it, man.
I took Iowa State. I took Iowa State for the upset.
I mean,
I got Iowa State too. Iowa State's winning that game.
I was going to
That's what I'm
say,
saying. I'm
Iowa
like,
State
over
versus
I think
Kansas
they're playing
State.
Kansas, right?
Yeah,
Kansas
Kansas State.
Ding, 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 ding! Like you're gonna tell me this, like Andrew just said, talent matters, and it's like you have this huge school versus this medium-sized school.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look what happened to Will Howard when he transferred from Kansas State to Ohio State.
Yeah,
Just
What
saying.
happened?
Just saying. In any case, we got North Carolina going into Wake Forest. The game time is to be determined, but
I mean that should be an easy win.
no. No.
Against Wake
sorry.
Forest.
I'm sorry, sir, but if that is a night game and Wake Forest does a blackout, I'm taking Wake Forest.
So
I'm not.
So,
I'm not.
so yeah, that's
That's
Look what
nostalgic.
Wake Forest did, or was it Wake Forest when they demolished fucking Ohio State in a night game? Or no, it might have been Purdue.
Maybe
I
on
mean-
NCAA 25.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
there was a night game, and it was either Wake Forest or Purdue, and they did a blackout and demolished Ohio State.
It was
Well,
Utah
Wake
beating
Forest-
USC.
Wake Forest went 4-8 last year, and 3 of those wins were one was a FCS school and 2 were G5 schools. Wake Forest ain't beating North Carolina, bro. Not in my opinion. My humble opinion, Wake Forest is super ass.
Listen,
They're worse
listen.
than Vandy.
You want to put money on it? We put some money on it.
Oh, North Carolina, Wake Forest?
Look, I will say this. If
wanna
North
lose
Carolina goes into Wake Forest and Wake Forest does a blackout game in the nighttime, Wake Forest is winning that game.
They
No,
can
But
win-
that is the 1 time out of 10 that Wake Forest is winning. But 9 times out of 10,
Your jerseys don't mean shit. I ain't never seen a team win because the color of their jerseys. Not never. All right. The Ravens, we had some good shit going like that too. They like, yeah, we ain't never lost when we play at night. We playing our all blacks. We don't never lose. And they
all
got our
it takes
kids
is
to
any
fuck in.
given Sunday, any given Saturday.
Let me
That's
just
all
let
it
me tell you something.
takes.
This I know we got to move on, but this will not be a night game. Wake Forest will have 2 wins coming into this, and this will not be a primetime marquee matchup. This will be a noon game on the ACC network where North Carolina beats the bloody hell out of them and then goes home. That's just my opinion.
51-13.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. But next game up, we have a rivalry renewed in the football field. Why? Because this rivalry is so bad in the best way possible. I'm talking about if you hip check somebody, there are benches clearing. It's like Red Sox versus Yankees. Next game up, North Carolina is at home and they welcome Duke.
I love your assessment. In basketball, that is for sure. Benches are clearing for that. But this is where reality hits North Carolina again. Duke was 2 bad referee calls away from being a 10-win team last year. That's in 2 different games, so possibly could have been an 11-win team. Duke is beating North Carolina. North Carolina takes their second L this late in the season.
So look. This is
Yo,
Marley.
what's good,
This-
kid?
This is my
What's
7-year-old.
good, kiddo?
Look at the thickness of his arm. Look at the thickness of my arm.
Oh my God, has he been doing pull-ups?
No, he's a big ass kid.
Look,
Bench pressing goals.
I'm sorry. I'm putting my money in the fact that he's doing pull-ups. You don't get forearms that big, that young.
Oh no, he punches. He does he does focus mitts. I got a little bag for him, and then I got one of those electronic things that go on the wall that light up and tell you where to
Focus
punch.
mitts. Oh, those are deadly. Bro, I know you know some combos.
You talking to you? You know combos? Look, now you want to be shy. now he's on the camera. He
I
don't
don't know
want
what
to.
to say though.
What combos do you do?
he straight up looks into the camera like, I'm not giving away my game plan.
His combo is 2 things. He hits them, they hit the floor.
You know what? That's fair. But anyways, final game for UNC. They go into NC State.
There is not a more disappointing team than NC State over the past couple of years. We expected them to be competing for playoffs, and they can't even muster a bowl seat. No, North Carolina is way more talent. North Carolina wins this game and finishes the season 10-2.
I was gonna say, like, what are we looking at? 11-1, 10-2.
I say 10-2, and that might be good enough if Miami slips a little bit to be in the ACC championship game rematch with Clemson.
I have them losing that last game.
To NC State?
No, they're gonna bully them. That's gonna be a bully
North
match.
Carolina beat them last year, and NC State got so pissed.
NC State was supposed to win 11 games and go to the playoffs and went 6-7.
Yeah.
I don't think NC State has one. I mean, like, I'm looking at the talent that North Carolina brought in the transfer portal. Only Bill Belichick could have been the X factor to bring in that kind of class. Now, would it have done good in the SEC? No. That would have been a mediocre team. But with the schedule that we just said here, that talent is going to win 10 games. I would bank on it.
So out of all the teams that I heard you say, Syracuse is the only close game.
I mean, besides the two they lose, yes.
Which ones did they lose?
I'm glad I'm losing to Clemson and Duke.
Oh, we didn't talk about Clemson and Duke.
We did. We literally just talked about Duke, and we talked about Clemson before you got back on.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear you talk about Clemson. I must have been tuned out when you said something about Duke then, because I didn't hear those. So I don't remember shit about those two teams, because I was gonna say, yeah, no, Clemson for sure they're losing to. Duke, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't heard nothing about Duke at all.
Man, look, they were two bad calls away from being a 10 or 11 win team last year. They ended up 9-4. Very good team, very talented, and they had a rough schedule. Their schedule included North Carolina, Clemson, Miami, and Louisville, all the big dogs in the ACC, and they still won 9 games. That's impressive to me. So,
I think what happened was Mac was flabbergasted by James's Wake Forest at blackout at noon game.
Yeah. I couldn't let it go. Because it didn't compute with me, man.
Look, I'm sorry. When certain teams do a blackout uniform for a night game, it's game over.
Right before you got on, he was attacked by Mothra. That was nice.
When I see blackout during the day, usually it's at a funeral like Wake Forest's season's going to go to.
Yeah, Wake Forest ain't winning more than 3 games, I don't think. They're worse than Vanderbilt by a lot.
You know what? That's true. All right, so we're all in agreement of 10-2 or 11-1, right?
I think it's going to be a fantastic season for them. Yes, sir.
I think lowest was 9-3 for me.
So let's move on to the New England Patriots, where Mike Vrabel established himself as a head coach for the Tennessee Titans. Now, he had a lot to work with in Tennessee. Unfortunately, the only thing he really had to work with was with Derrick Henry. He is now the new head coach for the New England Patriots.
Boo.
So, Sunday, September 7th, they take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
And lose?
You really think they're going to lose?
The Raiders, yeah.
To the Raiders?
I already told you that was my sleeper in the
I'm sorry. I really think that the Patriots get an upset mostly because of Will Campbell. Why? Because, man, that dude is about to make Drake May look like fucking prime Tom Brady.
Look,
Who's Oakland's quarterback?
Geno Smith.
That's what I thought. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, Geno Smith is gonna have like he's like a Joe Flacco but younger by a few years. Okay, he's a good system quarterback, and that's what Pete Carroll wanted.
That's true.
Alrighty. Give me the Patriots to win this game at home.
All right, so Mac, you got the Raiders, and Terry, you got the Raiders as well. All right.
The difference is Ashton Genty.
You know what? I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
game.
I mean, no offense, the Patriots defense was some hot dog water last year. Okay, and this year they're bratwurst water. A little better, but not much.
The only thing they really have going for them is Max Crosby.
I'm on a different trajectory with what I saw New England put together this offseason. But hey, to each their own. Geno Smith is not going into Foxborough and getting a win, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, going into this game, assuming that Tua Tagovailoa hasn't had a concussion or done the fucking finger thing or whatever the fuck he did. New England goes into Miami to take on the Dolphins.
And they're going to lose that game. Tua is probably going to play, and the Dolphins are still a very good team, top to bottom. So I don't think.
And now they got two of their defensive players that got injured last year are now not injured, and they're going to play. So their defense is going to be decent again. Their offense is going to be a fucking track show. Okay, you got two of the fastest guys out there. I mean,
They really do. They really do.
Be
Honestly, I'm going to have to give this game to Miami as well. And that's literally assuming that Tua comes in on point, if that makes sense.
I mean, my whole thing is, especially with Variable, he's more of a defensive guy. It's going to take a good 3 or 4 weeks for that defense to really start gelling.
That's fair. That's
why it's like games like this is going to be hard for them to win, and that's in Foxborough, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or no, it's in Miami.
It's in Miami.
Oh yes, they're going to fucking roast. They are going to roast on that sideline. There's no way Patriots win this game. They're going to be burning the fuck up in Miami in that sun.
Yeah, you know what? I'll agree to that. But next game, I'm sorry, I really think that this is a guaranteed win. The Patriots go home to Foxborough, but they welcome the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No.
I really think that TJ Watt in the defense is going to be the difference maker.
Absolutely. Here's the whole thing is, okay, when that defense is healthy, they only average giving up 13 points a game.
Yeah, no.
When that defense was fully healthy over the last 2 years, you look at all the mainstay guys, yes, they're only giving up 13, 14 points a game. So, yeah, I'm going to put my money on them because I'm pretty sure even with Aaron Rodgers, they should be able to score at least 17 points a game and win.
All right, so you got the Steelers winning this game.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. I got the Steelers as well. Why? Because their defense is going to carry them.
I got the Patriots in this game.
Ooh. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, prima donna, and discipline is going to be a problem. I'm telling you now, it just is. Mike Tomlin's old school. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to do, and Aaron Rodgers is like, I'm going to go eat mushrooms at halftime. And I think the Patriots are going to be a very good football team, actually. I think the Patriots win this game.
You know what? No crazy talk. Mostly because Will Campbell literally said that he's going to die for his quarterback when he got drafted. And look, I'm sorry. I went on TikTok. Boys, we got offensive lineman highlights. You know how scary that is for a guy like Will Campbell? That's scary. In any case, this is a certified win as the Patriots stay home and welcome the Carolina Panthers.
I think
There
the
we go. This is a win. This is a win I can get behind.
I think the Panthers are going to be much improved. Bryce Young, the Panthers found something at the end of last year. They found a rhythm. However, I just think going into Foxborough, home field matters. So I think this is a good game. But give me the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to be pretty decent this year.
Oh, yeah. Now, next game up, we've already known that when Tom Brady was the quarterback for the Patriots, he always dominated Buffalo. But how the turns have tabled, if you've seen The Office, you know. The Patriots going to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
Yeah, Patriots getting roasted.
Yeah, the Bills are going to fire their ass up.
I expect Bills Mafia to put some Patriots fans through the table in the parking lot.
That's fair game. All right. Next game up, they go into New Orleans to take on the Saints. Who do you think is going to be the Saints quarterback, though?
They're beating the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think their quarterback is going to be?
Probably Rattler, and then they'll change quarterbacks mid-season.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Tyler Shoff, whatever the fuck his name is.
I think Rattler's going to start all year. He's the best quarterback on that roster, gives them the best chance. But New Orleans is not a good football team. Their defense isn't good. They were the worst in pass protection last year, and I expect them to be about the same this year. This is a bad loss for the Saints.
Oh, yeah,
probably get traded.
All right. So next game up, circle your motherfucking calendars. October 19th, the New England Patriots go in to the Music City to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, Chris ain't here to talk about how good Tennessee's going to be. So Tennessee's going to be like super bad again. They have Cam Ward, but that's not enough. They've got to build around them for a few years. Give me the Patriots here too.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots as well. And look, I mean, I respect what the Titans are doing with Cam Ward right now. You know, he's building confidence, but building confidence is all you can do going into the regular season when you have an experienced defense that is just waiting to fucking humble you.
I mean, I wouldn't be shit talking about defenses. I mean, like I said, I gotta see the Patriots defense this year before I'm gonna say that it's gonna be lights out or it's gonna be a proven like. That's the whole thing. Like I respect the coach. Variable's very good at what he does from what we've seen, but is he an elite coach? Not yet. You know, and that's what I'm saying. So it's just like, for me, some of these teams is like, yes, but as far as Tennessee goes, yeah, they're going to kick the shit out of Tennessee. Tennessee's not going to be doing much of nothing, but that's the only bad thing about Tennessee is that Cam Ward is going right to the Lions. He's going right to the motherfucking Lions.
He unfortunately is. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a good game. Next game up, the Patriots go home to Foxborough and welcome the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is assuming that Joe Flacco hasn't been killed after the first 6 games that the Browns got to go through.
Give me the Patriots.
I'm going to go Browns here.
I'm going to go Pats.
Browns steal this one. I think Myles Garrett and that defense is a game wrecker. I like He's not going to line up in front of Campbell, and if he does line up in front of Campbell, and they do not double team him, Campbell's going to wish they didn't, because Garrett's going to get some highlight film off of him. As good as he can be, as good as he can be, as good as he might possibly be, he could be the best guy in the fucking league. Myles Garrett has ran over every tackle. There's not one tackle he has not ran over at least one goddamn time. So by saying that, it only takes one play to fuck up a quarterback's momentum and to make them scared. And then every time they see that motherfucking 95 coming towards them, they're going to have that little flinch. And that's all I'm saying. And I think Cleveland's defense, because it doesn't matter who quarterbacks the Cleveland offense, okay, they're going to be a mediocre team. They're going to be a team that puts up 17 to 21 points a game. That's Cleveland's average. That's what they're going to be. They're going to be average. What the tipping point in Cleveland is their defense. I play these guys twice a year, every year. I follow them. I know what the Browns are doing. I know what that team is doing. Stefanski is a good coach. Again, he's not on the elite level, but he's the best coach that's been in Cleveland in fucking decades. Outside of Belichick, can you name another good Browns coach without going back past the 60s?
Marty Schottenheimer.
Hugh Jackson.
Mr. 0-16 himself.
Well, hey, look,
Mr. 2-32.
I will say this. Look, Myles Garrett is to the Browns right now the same way that J.J. Watt was to the Houston Texans. They are mediocre with the best defender in the league right now.
No.
Yes, I will easily take Myles Garrett over Nick Bosa.
No.
Change my mind.
No. See, again, the front office shit, like, you have to realize, like, J.J. Watt had fucking Matt Schaub. And you know what I mean? Like, Matt Schaub
look at the quarterbacks that fucking Myles Garrett has to work with.
Okay. Again, Adrian.
The Houston Texans barely had anybody on their team. The fucking Cleveland Browns barely had
Andre Johnson. Like, I feel like you're missing.
Baker Mayfield led David Njoku. Who else was on that team? Josh Gordon, I want to say.
He played with Wilfork for 3 years?
Led the Browns to their first playoff win in God knows how long. So, again, I'm sorry. I'm comparing Myles Garrett to J.J. Watt the same way. Those guys are looking at each other. It's looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Anyways, November 2nd, we got the Browns welcoming the Atlanta Hawks. New England.
That was all kind of messed up.
Yep. I read that wrong. We got the New England Patriots welcoming the Atlanta Hawks. So let's hope that the weather is maybe 28 degrees, maybe -3 degrees.
Well,
sorry.
Give me the Patriots, since the Atlanta Hawks are coming and Trey Young running routes out there. Probably not going to do well. No, it's the Falcons, and the Falcons are going to lose this game.
Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots as well. All right, so next game up, we got the Patriots going into Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers.
And the Patriots take an L right here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to take the L.
I will say this. If the offense is healthy, the Buccaneers win.
You know what? I could see that. I really could see that, because Baker was battling the NFC South in a injured offense, and man, oh man, did Jalen McMillan step up to the plate big time.
Well, I mean, it's
Palmer
not
too.
it's not only Baker Mayfield because you know how I feel about him. He's a very above average quarterback. But if you look at the Bucks offense and defense and every position, they're just fucking good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baker Mayfield over MPJ. I'm just saying.
I mean, we've never seen MPJ play, so I'd take him right now for sure.
For sure. Hey, look, I will say this. I cannot wait to see what MPJ does.
Me too.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Next game up, we got the Patriots going into East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the New York Jets. I think this is a win for the New England Patriots.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it should be.
All right.
Lest the Jets do a blackout night. East Rutherford with the blackout night is something special.
And you said the Giants, right?
No, the Jets.
Oh shit! And this is in New Jersey. I'm taking the Jets. I'm taking the Jets.
Ooh, bold prediction, but I like it.
Blackout, baby. 11 a.m.
No, it's gonna be a whiteout. A whiteout.
Whiteout.
All whites. All white jerseys, baby.
Surprise me. That would not surprise me. Next game up, though, after the Jets, the Patriots go into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals.
They win. They beat the Bengals.
I'm sorry, that's going to be like 100 to a 70 game win for the Bengals.
No.
We got
Their
Bengals.
defense is just that atrocious.
No, sir. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sir.
They're giving up 70.
High scoring game, I think, for
It's
crappy teams.
definitely going to be a high scoring game. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so it happened twice last year, where they shut Chase down and they shut the run down, and what happened? They only wind up scoring 20 points.
Well, I mean, if you shut the run game and the pass game down, that generally
No, I didn't say the pass game. I said Chase. They shut Chase down and they pretty much shut the running game down. And bro still got his 20 points.
I'm taking the Bengals.
But again, my whole thing is they have no defense. They have no defense. The Bengals have no defense. I'm talking about like, I mean, you can pretty much take any NFL offense and they're going to score at least a few times.
Guess what? The Bengals have a fucking offense.
They do.
So,
but against any good defense, that's you double team Chase, you play man coverage, you play bump and run, you stack the box.
you would think that's the case, but you'd be surprised.
I mean, do you have a defense that can do that? No, there's more like that. Like football is all about matchups, and Joe Burrow is great with picking apart matchups. That's why he's getting paid.
Oh, for sure. But
again, I think
we shall see what happens when that game comes around. Monday, December 1st, the Patriots go into East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the Giants.
Here we go. This is their big game of the year.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll agree with
They're
that.
going to score like 42 points.
Yeah, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I promise you that.
Variable's going to get a lot of praise.
Give me the Giants.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take the Giants as well.
Yeah,
The Patriots will avenge their 2 Super Bowl losses this regular season thriller in this blew-out game.
Wow, that is a bold pick, my guy. I love it.
I'm just not sure about the QB room in New York.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, look, the QB room in New York is a literal Comedy Central stand-up kind of rotation. You know what I'm saying?
The NFC Browns.
I would be so sad to say that about my team.
Oh man. Anyways, the Patriots take a bye week in week 14. Then they go back to Foxborough and welcome the Buffalo Bills.
And they take another loss.
That they do. Yeah, I'm sorry, Josh Allen is fucking him.
Agreed.
All right, so
Should have put a comma in that sentence.
4 days from fucking Christmas, the Patriots go into Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
And they take another L.
That they do. I'll agree to
lose
that.
in that game. But I will say this though, it's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout. It'll be a close game.
You know what? I could see that. I really could see that. But final 2 games on the schedule, the Patriots go into East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the New York Jets.
And they get another win.
That they do.
So I got the Jets beating them in New Jersey. I got the Jets losing. I got the Patriots winning in fucking New England.
Damn. Okay. And final game, they welcome the Miami Dolphins to East Rutherford, or
And they
New
get the
England,
win.
or
They get the win.
Foxborough.
They get the win in the cold.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, January 4th. Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Miami is freezing, and they take the L.
Mm-hmm. And Miami has done so many goddamn things on their turf. When you put them on other people's turfs, they fucking suck.
I got New England losing this game.
As do I.
Ooh.
This is Miami's going to wear the white out long sleeves. Keeps the cold off the skin.
It don't matter when you're playing in 6 inches of snow, baby. them little long sleeves don't matter if you ain't prepared to play in the snow, baby.
You know what? Very interesting. Very interesting picks. I'm not going to call crazy talk.
I got them finishing 10-7.
I could see that as well.
I got 8 and 9.
Ooh, I got them with 7 wins.
Ooh.
I bet the under on my parlay. I bet the under. I bet under 10 games.
I got them right at 10.
I could see 10 wins, honestly. Out of this schedule, yeah, I could see 10 wins.
But listen, my problem is the first 3-4 weeks. Like it's the first 3-4 weeks. That's what it's going to take for that defense to start gelling. And then we're not even talking to offense, because the offense is going to have to put up 20-plus points a game to legitimately be able to win. And I ain't seen that offense do that. So we'll see. I mean, look,
exactly.
They're a promising team. If they build off of what they did last year, shit, more power to them.
Hey, for sure. More power to them. We'll see what happens. But hey, a big shout out to the 63 people that have tuned in for the show. Gentlemen, I want to welcome y'all for coming on to the show. I want to thank y'all for coming on to this show. Man, oh man, next week is going to be fun, and I can't wait for it.
Who's your picks? Who's your picks for each conference not going to make the playoffs that made the playoffs this past year?
AFC, the Jets.
Jets didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that trend is going to continue, though.
No. I said they made the playoffs, but they're going to be out this year.
Yeah, exactly.
The Jets didn't make the playoffs.
They're still not going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Listen. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's a lot of things that have been said backwards. Okay? And if you ain't caught that trend yet, listen. It's been a great show, everybody. It's been awesome. We thank you guys. We shout out to everybody. As far as the divisions go, you know, there's going to be a couple teams that won't make it. I off the top of my head have no clue. I don't think. If you have someone you want to chime in,
Who's not going to make it that made it last year?
yeah.
I mean, maybe the Steelers.
I can see the Steelers.
I say the Chargers
Them too.
and Green Bay.
Oh, the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings aren't going to the playoffs. I agree
Yeah.
with
Oh, but wait, Sam Darnold was fool's gold.
he was fool's gold.
That the fuck
And now he's in
wasn't.
Seattle.
If he
Just
had
like Kirk Cousins.
stayed in Minnesota, they still would have made the playoffs.
Now Vikings are going to win like 7 games this year.
Last year was an anomaly, and it wasn't because Sam Darnold was so good. Things just matched up well for them last year. They had a
Yeah,
ton
and
of
I'll tell you what,
they had
JJ
no
McCarthy
reason.
ain't gonna win. Ain't gonna lead
You've
the
got
Vikings to a
you
playoff
got,
win
you,
anytime
you got
soon.
one top 5 wide receiver. You got another top 15 receiver. You have a top 10 tight end, right? And you've got a good running back. Well, they had a good pair of running backs that were at least capable. And then you had a quarterback who was able to learn and understand the system and play in the system. But understand the talent that he had around him, and the offensive line was what, top 10 in the league last year. So let's like this guy was set up for success. Now here's the problem: is JJ McCartney going to be able to come out here and have that same type of success? I don't know. We're gonna see.
I don't think
He
so.
doesn't even. But the problem is he doesn't have the same team. I mean, I don't know. JJ McCarthy is better than Sam Darnold, and I'll die on this hill.
Oh, that's fucking.
We
crazy
gonna see.
talk,
We
but
gonna see.
We will see what happens come football season. And yes, Andrew, I gave you the motherfucking knife hand. That's how serious it is.
I mean, we'll see, man. JJ McCarthy, watching him play in the Big Ten, man, that dude's legit. Like those throws were legit, bro. Like they were dimes, and they were in.
Bro, he had running backs that he had to go to.
What quarterback doesn't check down to a running back though?
Shut up. That's not the point. Me being a Giants fan.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Barely heard that.
But, hey, gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for coming on to the show. I can't wait until next time. Bro, we got football season coming up. It's going to be such a great time. Until next time.
Tomorrow.
Bro, enjoy your Friday night and have some fun. Know your limits, but have some motherfucking fun.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
Peace.
All right. That wraps up the first episode since, man, I can't even remember since then. But man, oh man, was this a fun episode. Baseball season is just heating up. Football season is right around the corner. Oh my God, we are so goddamn close. I cannot wait. Now, it is Friday night, but I want to make sure that y'all know your limit. Have fun, but know your goddamn limit, because don't let the people that you work for get that goddamn phone call. All right? That's my only thing. But until then, have fun. Until then, peace out.